Did you own real estate you've never seen in person?
Yeah, I've never seen any of those rentals. I've never even been to the city that they're in.
I mean, is that normal? I mean, for people that are investing long distance, I guess that's maybe typical. I don't know. It just seems odd to buy real estate that you've never actually seen.
I don't think it's normal, but I think it should be. I think there are a lot of people who go long distance. First off, I don't think there's a lot of people that go long distance, and then those that do, I think there's probably a good portion that do go see the properties. If these properties were more expensive, or if I had a bigger portfolio than in that one area, I have 4 or 5 there, and then I would go see them. But I guess when I hear people say that, I always joke and say if I have to go there, then something is seriously wrong.
Right.
And there's no real added value of me being there because a lot of people will say, "Well, don't you want to see the property before you buy it?" And my answer is not really because it I get no value from seeing it. I have no idea what I'm looking at anyway. I know nothing about construction. I know nothing about electrical, plumbing. I have no clue what I'm looking at. So even when I bought my own houses, like I barely go and look at them in terms of like the quality because I don't know what I'm looking at. So what I do is I hire somebody that knows what they're looking at, mostly through an inspection, to tell me what they see, and then I rely on somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. And so it's the same way in Texas. I send somebody out there that knows what they're looking for, and they just tell me what I need to know, and that's it. So I don't see there being massive value
Yeah.
in me being there for it. And I think I've always joked that when I get to like 6 or 7 out in Texas, then I'll go because then it's kind of worth it. I could see, I'm not going to go just for one single family house, but if I could go see 6 or 7 or 8 of my properties while I'm out there, then I would.
So we bought HUD foreclosures when I was investing, and so we had to rehab them. Did you have to do any rehab? And if you don't go to the properties, did you just pay someone to go in there and make recommendations on what they thought needed to be done?
Yeah, so my last 3, so the first 1 or 2 were just turnkey pretty much. They were homeowners that were selling the property. They were in good shape. I bought them that way and then rented them out. And then the last 3 were all BRRRR deals, and they have all been, I wouldn't say significant rehabs, but they've had some decent rehabs in them.
Mhm.
And so for me, and what I recommend people doing is finding yourself an absolute rock star real estate agent that is willing to help you with all this stuff. And so that's what I've done is my real estate agent is the best. He helps me with so much stuff. And so he is the one that kind of helped
Mhm.
me work through the rehabs. I mean, basically he would tell me he's my eyes there. He'd walk through everything. He's an investor himself. He does the same thing himself. So he knows what is going on. And so he said, this is what I would fix. This is what I would change, et cetera, et cetera. And we just worked it through him. Now, for somebody who can't find that type of agent, which I'd argue maybe you should go to a different market until you can find one. But nonetheless, if you're convinced on a certain market, you could pay somebody that can go and be there for the renovations, can go and be there for, walkthroughs with the try to get some ideas as to what needs to be fixed. So you could definitely pay somebody to do that as well.